Welcome in. Oh my gosh, Bandwidth and Banter is back, and now she's the one who's mugless. Oh no, there it is. Okay.
or Kieran's mug.
Oh yeah. Cheers to Kieran.
Cheers to Kieran.
Mm-hmm. And cheers to our last guest last week. Lady Magdala was such a treat to have on the show, and
So
it's
good.
great to have you guys back. Thank you for coming back to Bandwidth and Banter. Myself and Druid IRL, my co-host and co-creator. We adore you and appreciate you. We got all kinds of amazing things happening on top of the great interview with Lady Magdala. Obviously, we got a great interview today. We'll get to that. Man, guys, go over to the Bandwidth and Banter YouTube site and check out the new Stormkeep Crier video that we created. It's fun and hilarious and silly. And you get to see chibi versions of Druid and I that were made by Banana Tom OG. So definitely worth checking out. Yeah. And then we got a very special D&D episode tomorrow. So be sure to come check it out. Yeah. Oh yeah, the thing on the 21st. Well, once they watch the video, they'll
You'll
see all
know.
the
We
stuff.
don't gotta talk about it now. They already know. And if you don't, you'll know when you watch the cry. So I trust that you guys are smart enough to figure it out.
We have a ton of entertaining stuff is the bottom line. And the other bottom line is we have an incredibly entertaining entertainer on the show tonight. The person that we have on is a good friend of Tarconics and is a talented Cuphead master and a talented musician. And so we're looking forward to having a chat with him. And I think you guys are in for a real treat today. So today we'd like to have on the show OhMiOon. OhMiOon, please reintroduce yourself and share a little bit about you and your stream.
Well, my name is OhMiOon, or as a lot of people also call me, is Moon, or On, or Omi, or Mio. Like, you can call me whatever you want. I mean, I'm at this point where I don't care anymore. But but if you want to call me by my proper name, it's OhMiOon. I am a hitless runner. I run Cuphead. I've run Celeste. I'm running Hollow Knight a little bit. I kind of put that on the back burner because the cups have just been so good. So, but yeah, I've got like maybe 8 hitless Cuphead runs. I'm working on my 9th.
Wow.
That'd be my 10th run overall once I get this one. And yeah, I got 3 Cuphead runs to go, and then I can finally put that blasted game to rest.
That's amazing. Well done.
Thank you.
So cool.
Well, thanks for coming on the show. It's an honor to have you. And let's jump straight back into the questions.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You bet.
I'm so excited.
All right, OhMiOon. This is what we like to start out with. Please share a boring fact about yourself.
A boring fact about myself? If you are holding a knife improperly, I will be sure to tell you how to hold it properly. Because I'm a chef and I am a huge proprietor of food safety and your safety. So if I see you holding a knife incorrectly, I will tell you that you're doing it wrong and show you how to do it.
Love that.
That is one of the most perfect answers I've ever heard.
I love that. I love that so much.
I got a good friend of mine, Med421. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he also runs Hitless Cuphead. He's a great guy. And showed him how to do it, and he is sure to show me pictures of himself holding the knife properly every single time he does it. So we go back and forth on Instagram all the time.
Oh, that's glorious.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn's like, yeah, oh, do I know?
Yeah, she knows, and she still refuses to do it the right way.
Safety first.
I'm trying. I just want her to have all 10 fingers by the end of the prep. But
yeah,
that's all right. I can't tell her otherwise. She does her own thing.
Who needs fingers?
I mean, I'd love for her to have all 10.
Mm-hmm. I play with mouse and keyboard. I need all my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. OhMiOon, how did you pick your Twitch name and what was the inspiration?
So it's actually kind of an inside joke with Tark and our little friend group. So when we were playing Age of Empires 2, we were just kind of going back and forth with this like old medieval sort of voice where it's like, oh my lord. And so I kind of picked up the Omi part with that. And then Oon is just another inside joke where we would take certain names like Target or Walmart and we'll just change all the vowels to ooze. So it'd be like Tugut and Wumut. So Oon is just my name with ooze, and that's it. So it's just OhMiOon.
That is well crafted and unique and complex. I love it.
So it's just two inside jokes smashed into one.
I love that. But didn't you originally have a different name that...
Yeah, I had one other name. It was Yaranai, which is just my name backwards with some extra vowels in it to make it look like an actual name. And that was it.
Yeah.
And I was like, people are mispronouncing that too much. So I'm gonna do something that's a little bit easier. And they're still mispronouncing it. So I can't escape it.
You just committed
That's
to
not a
the,
bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But you and Tarkonics have made it a thing that it draws extra comedy value.
I think so too. Yeah, I want to kind of keep a list of all the names, but I got them all right here. I don't forget.
So OhMiOon, next question. What Dungeons and Dragons character class do you consider yourself to be in real life?
So just to preface, I don't play a whole ton of D&D. I played like a couple sessions, and my first session was really bad. I can't remember what class I was, but I wound up. I think we were like the very first boss that I ran into was like a giant rat, and I rolled a 1 and I died right away, so I never played again. But I think if I were to choose, it'd probably be a bard, just because I'm a musician, and I'm also any game that I play, like League and Overwatch, I'm always playing a support. So I'm really good at supporting the DPS. So
Love it.
Yeah, I'll probably be a bard.
I love it.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. But is it really for all mankind? And why did you pick that name for your band?
Well, the original name of the band was Catharic. And again, people had a lot of trouble pronouncing that name, spelling that name. We got Catrick. We got Catheter once. That was wild. And so we're like, let's pick something a little easier to read and pronounce. So we did For All Mankind. That was actually chosen by our other guitarist and also the guy who's producing our album right now. And I guess he's a big space nerd. So it was written on, I think it was engraved somewhere on one of the Apollo missions, and it just sounded really cool. And a lot of the songs that we write, at least lyrically, kind of encompass a lot of mankind and their flaws, and it kind of worked. So, and we're just like, no one has used this yet, and it's really badass. So we're gonna take it.
Yes,
nice. It is really badass. It's perfect.
I think so too. And it just kind of like, it just encompasses a lot of the songs that we've written like really well.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I have to cut in really quick. I went on like a 10-minute rant at work the other day about how people need to worship musicians so much more.
Yeah.
Because musicians are amazing. And I love musicians and people who are able to craft music. Like, you guys fucking rock. Thank you. Thank you for fucking rocking.
I agree.
It's so
I appreciate that. Yeah, I love being able to create something that sounds good, or just art in general. Just like playing on the senses is a lot of fun. I like making people go, "Ooh, that sounds good," or like drawing something like that's really pretty, you know, or like cooking something and be like, "That tastes really good."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how long have you been playing music, and how long have you known your other band members?
So I've been playing music since 6th grade of, well, that'd be middle school. So, God, that's like almost 20 years now.
Wow.
So the funny thing about that was I had absolutely no desire to be a musician. I was actually, so when I picked my classes to go into middle school, I chose drama because I wanted to act. And when I got my schedule back, I got orchestra. And I was like, this isn't what I wanted. So I went to the office and they're like, sorry, drama filled up. We put you in what we could. So I was like, okay, I'll just accept it. And I fell in love.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up the viola. I played viola for a little while, got first chair my first year, played cello, got cello that first chair that year.
Wow.
And then I played bass for 5 years. So I really enjoyed playing bass. And then it's kind of 6th grade is about the same time that I started listening to a lot of rock. So I listened to Metallica and Linkin Park. And I was like, I want to play guitar. So my mom was really cool. Bought me a Squire, just a little Telecaster, it's just a little rink-dink guitar, which I actually still have. And I never play it. It's a really bad guitar, but it's just something that holds a really special place in my heart, and I'll never get rid of it. And so I played self-taught, and then maybe like, it's a crazy story. So that same year, I, by chance, 2 different classes, we're in the library. I sit next to this kid, and we're talking. We get to talking about guitars and music and stuff. And I'm like, I just started playing guitar, and he's like, that's cool. I'm thinking about playing. I'm like, you should. It's really fun. Little did I know that like 3 or 4 years later, I'd be talking to him later, and he'd be asking me to join his band. So
Whoa.
I like to think that in a way that I influenced him a little bit to play guitar.
Yeah.
And he's the same guy that I'm playing guitar with now.
Wow. That's a great story.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And the funny thing is we've talked about it too. And I'm just like, did this happen? Because you get these stories in your head, like, did this actually happen? He's like, no, yeah, this happened. So it's like, I can confirm that this story is 100% true. So I've been playing music with them since freshman year of high school. So that's maybe like 15 years now. So we know each other very well musically. So it's very easy to like write something. Sometimes, the music just kind of like falls out of your fingers there. He's able to like put something on paper like super well.
Yeah.
So it's I've tried playing music with other people before, and it's just not the same. Like, there's like some people that you meet in life that you just connect with.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same musically. So like you run into some people like Tark and Stevie, and I'm just gonna click. And then I try to play with other people, and it's not gonna work.
Wow.
So no matter how talented they are, it just we're on different wavelengths. But with them, it's like, I got something. Ooh, how about this? That sounds good. How about this? That sounds good. And you just go back and forth, and you make something that just sounds awesome.
That is so cool.
I love the universal synergy. It's awesome. It's like you're saying, certain kinds of music can sync up and create a melody. And I guess sometimes it's the same way with people.
100%. Yeah, I think so too. Because there's just some people that you meet, and you're just like, yeah, you're cool. And then you probably never talk to them again. And then people like Tark or Stevie, like, I'm really good friends with them, and I know I'm going to be able to like make good music with them, and we're just going to be friends forever.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So cool. We are going to switch gears a little bit. What is your favorite place outside of the US where you have hiked?
Where I've hiked? That's a good question. Favorite place outside the US that I've hiked? Probably there's a couple places. There's a place in Thailand that I hiked that was really pretty. And there's also a place in New Zealand that I also got to walk around a little bit. We hiked, we got to visit Hobbiton. And that's really cool. So
Me too.
we got to visit the set. Yeah, did you? So
Yeah.
it was really cool to be able to like see the holes that they got to that you couldn't fit into, and then all the like the really big ones that they actually shot scenes in and
Right.
stuff. It was like it was really cool to like walk
Mhm.
around there. But I'll be honest with you, there's not too many places outside of the United States that I got to do a whole ton of extensive hiking.
Mhm.
But if I could pick any place inside the United States, I'd say southern Utah is
Ooh.
amazing.
Hmm.
It's like Moab, Canyonlands, Zion National Park is amazing.
Mhm.
I got to hike to the top of Mount Whitney in California, which is the
Ooh.
tallest mountain in the lower 48. And then you can throw a dart on Washington State and you won't go wrong.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yep.
After
Yep.
her heart.
Absolutely right.
Mhm.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Little fun fact, guys, before we went live today, there we spent some time chatting, and Oon and I ended up spending like 20 minutes, it felt like 20 minutes, probably 10 solid minutes of just talking about how great Washington State is. So I am now a huge fan. If anybody messes with Oon, I will come for you.
Or
I will
Washington
fight you.
State.
Or Washington, especially.
Don't mess with our mountains, man.
Well, on
What
that
I do.
note, it's a perfect segue to the next question. When and how did your wonderful obsession with mountains begin?
That's a great question. So, um, it all started with a really bad breakup, and I was in Florida at the time, and at that point, like before the breakup, I'm like, this is it. This is my life. This is what it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
And then we broke up, and then I felt really lost. So I was probably like floating around, feeling pretty unfulfilled. And one of my really good friends, Eva, just came back. It's crazy. Okay, I got backtracked just a little bit too.
Do it.
So,
Do it.
so she sold my girlfriend at the time her car, and she was like, "If there's anything wrong with it, I'm gonna come by and I'm gonna fix it for you." And uh, car wouldn't start, so we
Mm-hmm.
call her. We're like, "Hey, can you come by and fix it for us? Try to get it started." She's like, "Sure." Hour goes by, we don't hear from her. We're like, where is she? Turns out she got in a accident, a little motorcycle accident. Some lady, old lady, pulled out in front of her, and she hit the car, flipped off, like broke her back, and she's bedridden for a little while, but she's fine now. She's got a little rod in her back. She's walking. She's great.
Mm-hmm.
Collects a bunch of insurance money and just soups up a truck and goes on a road trip for about a year, all across the United States. And so at about that time, we broke up. She comes back, tells me about all this stuff that she saw. And she's like, so I met this girl out in California, and she's got a friend out in, or met her out in Colorado. We got this, she's got a friend in California, and they grow vegetables, and it's kind of in this like tri-county where they grow a lot of weed. And it's like Humboldt County, Mendocino, whatever.
Yep.
And she's like, so, they need trimmers out there. I'm like, why don't we do that? And so I was like, all right, I'm ready to like uproot myself and go do something fun. So we did that, and I'd never been to a national park in my entire life. And the first place that she takes me is the Ozarks in Arkansas. And so we get out, it's like crack of dawn, and we go to this ledge, and it's just rolling hills like for miles. And I was like, holy shit, this is really pretty. And so I'm just taking pictures, and I'm not even thinking about, the pictures that I'm taking and whatever. And we go to Colorado National Monument, we go to Arches and Valley of Fire in Nevada. And then we finally get to California, and I'm looking through my photos. I'm like, wow, these are really good. And so I'm like, we get back to Florida after we're done there, and I'm like, I kind of want to keep doing this. So I go back, and I'm saving up money, and I eventually just like, I know Washington State's really pretty, and that's where I'm gonna go. And so I just drove out to Washington State, took my time, stopped in Colorado, Utah, California, whatever, Oregon, and just took pictures all along the way. And I've just taken every summer since then. Was that like 2017? So what's that? How many years now? It's like 7, 8, something like that. It's just every summer I go out and I just backpack all summer and taking pictures because that's just something that I really enjoy doing.
That's awesome.
That is such a fantastic story, and I've just.
I think they're great questions to lead into the stories. So.
Because your Instagram, or like the link to your Instagram is if you like mountains, and I'm like, I sure do like some mountains. Let's
go. Oh yeah, I don't post a whole lot in the off season, and by that I mean the winter time when it's hard to get up to the high elevations. But summertime, it's like all the time: mountains, 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 flowers.
Yep.
You know, I love a good wildflower.
They're so like, pretty.
Lupins, they're my favorite.
I have like 4 or 5 of them in my yard.
Do you?
And I'm just like, I have like 3 different colors. I'm just obsessed with them. I love them so much.
Here, give me a second. My camera died. It won't take me a second.
You're good.
But yeah, actually, I have a tattoo on my calf of all of my favorite wildflowers.
What happened to your camera?
Oh, my battery died. It does that all the time. It only takes a second. Bring it back.
It's good.
Get that camera out of here. Get that battery out of here. There we go.
Here we go. All right. What drew you to Twitch? Why Twitch?
Why Twitch? Well, I got into Twitch, like watching streams on Twitch back when I played League all the time. So it was like Twitch and was it like Owned or something like that? It was like OWN3D or something like that. Like 2 different streaming services. So I'd like sit and watch my favorite League players on either one of them, where it's like Hotshot GG and who was it, like Reginald and whatever. And then eventually Owned, like, I guess I don't know if they got bought out or what happened to them, but they're no longer a thing. So it's just kind of like it was just Twitch. And then Tark started streaming, and I wanted to support him. He was incredibly entertaining. I knew he was going to be something special, like from stream 1. So it's just been, I've just kind of used that to hang out with him for the most part, and then eventually just start kind of meeting people, and then he started doing the hitless thing, and I'm just like, I was there when he got his first run, and I was like, that's really cool. Like, I think I could do that. So then I started doing the hitless thing myself, and Twitch was just kind of there. So
yeah, hell yeah,
I love it. I love it. What did family and friends think when you told them you planned on streaming?
So my brother, he was streaming before I did, so he was supportive about it. I don't think anybody else knows about it. The friends that know about it are the friends that I made on Twitch, so they were pretty supportive about it too. So I don't really tell too many people that I stream, just because I've tried not to like intertwine my IRL friends with the Twitch. I try to keep them separate. Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
But I mean, I'm sure if I told them, they'd probably be supportive about it.
Yeah. I tell literally everyone.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. Yeah.
My Nana comes into chat sometimes. So.
Oh, that's really cute.
Are you there, Nana? No, she's not here. I just checked. What struggles did you deal with when you first started streaming?
Maybe just kind of like being creative with what I wanted to do. I'm still kind of at a loss for what I want to do with like redeems and things like that to keep people entertained. So I've kind of like, I don't know. I'm just like, that's still a constant struggle for me. But I've always just kind of been pretty nonchalant about the whole streaming thing, just because I'm just like, I'm just doing it to prove to myself whether or not I can do these hitless runs. And whatever happens along the way, that's awesome, you know? And I've met some really cool people like while doing all this too. So I'd probably just say like being creative, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, what tips can you share with future streamers?
Just do what you enjoy. Like if you're not having fun, then you probably shouldn't do it. Just I wouldn't think too hard about it. Just kind of like if that's something that you feel passionate about and that's something that you want to do, then go for it. Otherwise, you know, I probably wouldn't try.
No, that's good advice.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
I think that works with just about anything, though.
True.
Yeah.
Yep. Because if you're not passionate, then
why are you doing it? I feel like it's kind of a waste of time at that point.
Ain't nobody got time for that. What do you enjoy most about streaming?
Probably the people that I've met. I've met a lot of really cool people. I think the stigma of the internet being like a cesspool of just shitty people is exaggerated. I think, especially with Twitch, there's a lot of like really cool people who are like ready to help you out. Especially with hitless too. Like, I was worried when I started like that people would kind of gatekeep a lot of the information and strategies and stuff, but like they're always like, even if you don't ask for the help, they're always there to be like, have you tried this? And you're like, no. And you're like, you should try that. And like, okay. And you try it and you're like, okay, thanks. No, that's awesome. Thank you. Like Muckworm, for example, like he hangs out with me all the time. And if I'm doing something that he thinks that I could do better, he'll just, doesn't matter. Like, here, try this. And I'll try it. And it usually improves the gaming experience. But yeah, I just think there's a lot of really cool people out there to meet. So
yeah. Oh yeah, it is the people.
Yeah, it's all about the people.
No, we're on 13.
Oh, you already asked that.
Asked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. How
Sitting
long
there and trying to tell me?
For some reason, I conflated the tips with the reason he enjoys streaming. So, how long have you been playing video games, and what was the first one you ever played?
Oh, I've been playing video games for a very long time. I remember, my God, the PlayStation just came out, and it was around that time, so probably like mid 90s. And my mom came home with a Sega Saturn with the full intent on her playing it. She bought it for herself. And that didn't happen. All her kids, I've got 2 other brothers, and the 3 of us just hijacked that. So I remember my first game being this Sonic compilation video game. It's called Sonic Jam. So it had all the old like Sonic 1, 2, and 3. And I remember playing Sonic 3 forever. And that's still my favorite game. And then PlayStation, sat and played that forever. And she was super supportive in anything that we wanted to do. So anytime a new console came out, PS2, got it. GameCube, got it. Like all the Game Boys, got them. So we're just playing Pokemon and whatever. So I've been playing video games for like 20 odd years now, I think.
Nice.
Like it was mostly on and off. It's like after high school, I kind of put it away for a while. and then I kind of came back into gaming after the whole Twitch thing.
Yeah.
Hanging out with Tark, I'm like, I'd probably start doing that again.
Time to torture myself with some cups.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why not play one of the hardest games of all time and try to do that hitless? That sounds like fun.
That sounds like a great time. What is your favorite thing and your least favorite thing that you have streamed?
It's either Cuphead or Cuphead.
I knew that was gonna be the answer.
Yeah.
Like most hitless Cuphead runners, they're like, I both
Yeah.
love and hate this game with my entire soul. I don't even know why you asked. I'm ready
Yeah.
for it to be done.
I'm so ready. Yeah, I've been playing that stupid game for like almost 2 years now. But honestly, like I can give you a specific moment that was like my favorite moment. It was probably it wasn't even my first run. It was my second run that I got. It was because I had been working on that specific run for about 7 months.
Yeah.
So first hitless run ever, or first hitless run that I was like trying for. So I was PB1, and that's personal best. It's like I was PB1 for like 6 months, and my distance PB was like maybe 4 splits to the end. So like 4 bosses to the end. And I was stuck for a long time. And then I finally get past her. I finally get past Cala Maria. And then I get the run. And I definitely cried. I cried like a baby.
Wow.
Good.
That's awesome.
I would too.
Yeah, it was like a culmination of just like all the hard work and all the time spent. Like as soon as I knew I had it, like all that came flooding in, and I'm just like, I can't believe I just did something like really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So like at the time, only like maybe 11 other people had done it, so I was like the 12th.
Wow.
So just to be like one of a select few to have done something that, you know, so few have done was just like it was a cool feeling. So it was like all that time spent, all the pain, all the agony. It was like it was worth it.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, that's what I love about Hitless. It was just like, it doesn't matter how much pain you feel. Like when you finally get the run, you're just like, that was worth it.
So good. So good.
So
and Celeste too.
If you're what you're gonna say something? Rude?
It was just go ahead.
I was just gonna say so, like Celeste too.
He
like
wasn't done.
Getting
my bad.
It's all good. Now, like getting that run too, because I was inspired to do the Hitless thing because of Tark.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna do a game that he hasn't done yet. So to get that one too was really special because I was just like, I finally got to do something on my own. And that was cool too.
Hell yeah. So cool.
I appreciate you guys' patience. I took some Robitussin to try and suppress my cough before the stream, and it's making my brain a little loopy.
How dare you?
I know, right?
I can't tell.
So, if you're comfortable sharing this, please tell us the story about how your IRL Twitch romance was kindled.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I met my now girlfriend Quinlan on Twitch, which is kind of wild. So we were part of 2 different friend groups. I was, Tark's. I was in Tark's friend group, and she was in Wilgrim's friend group, and I remember her telling me that Wilgrim hit her up. She's like, "You need to watch this guy, Tark. He's hilarious." And so she starts popping in, and I'm just like, "Ooh, she sounds cute." So I'm just like, I'm going back and forth. I'm flirting with her and whatever, and I find out she streams. I see she's streaming. I pop into her stream, and I'm like, I see her. I'm like, she's a babe. And so we get to talking, and kind of go back and forth a little bit, and then one of the streams I noticed she has a tattoo like on her shoulder, and I was like, I'd like to see that sometime. And she DMs me on Twitter or on Discord, and she shows me her sleeve, and we go back and forth a little bit, and then she gives me her phone number, and we just kind of like every single day since then we've been talking, and she lives with me now.
Wow.
Yeah, I coaxed her into moving out from Philly to Washington, and I think she's enjoying it.
That's awesome. It's a great
Yeah,
story.
so it's just two friend groups coming together, and we just, like I said earlier, with like musicians and like kind of syncing up, and we just clicked from day one.
Don't lie, it was for the mountains.
I didn't really want to leave Washington, but
Nobody ever really wants to leave Washington. We get forced out for the bad decisions we were making in our early adulthood, and then we're shipped to California.
Mm-hmm. or your good friend Tark is out in Philly, and you kind of miss him, and you want to move out there.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
I know, right?
I love it. I love this.
Death.
I know, Stormy. How did you? Okay. Well, you kind of answered this already. So I'm going to skip this.
Well, if you want, you can ask that other extra question. Yeah.
Yep. Have you had any DOP alerts lately?
I know who asked that. Yeah. That was Janet, wasn't it?
Maybe. No, I'm not going to give away my sources.
Okay. Any DOP alerts lately? Well, we did just move, so I'm bound to find some. But what is DOP? It's I forgot what it stands for, but basically something just disappears, like randomly, like a sock or your phone or something. You're just like DOP alert. It will go back and forth. You're like, I'm missing a sock. I don't know where it is. So it might be a sock right now. I don't really know. I'll have to rummage through my box of crap, and I'll let her know eventually.
Thing.
Yeah.
So
totally reach out to people, I swear.
No, we don't do that. On that note, OhMiOon, why might you want to do this podcast on New Year's?
New Year's, the first day of the year. Why might I want to do this podcast on New Year's?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this was a suggested question. I don't know.
I mean, probably because it's the first day of the year. That's all I got.
Okay.
I'll have to ask her what that was.
It's another inside bit.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is there a story behind it, or do you want to share the story, or?
It's we were like, I forgot what it was exactly, but we were just going, even if it's not New Year's, just like, I can't believe you would do that on New Year's, the first day of the year. Maybe like someone would like forget something. I can't believe you did that on New Year's. It's a stupid little bit.
I love it. I love those kind of inside jokes things. They're so much fun. So, Oon, what is your most favoritist thing about Florida?
Nothing. I hate Florida with a fiery passion. No, I've lived there for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's long enough. That's 25 years too long. But I mean, if I had to actually pick an answer, it'd probably be the beaches. The beaches are really nice. And I had the pleasure of visiting the Everglades a couple winters ago. We did a little bit of canoeing and all, and there was a certain charm to seeing like swamp, like as far as the eye could see. And all the animals and stuff are really cool. Like we rented some bikes and just kind of like biked this 12-mile loop. And they were just gators. And it's like the path is maybe like 2 bike lanes wide, and there's just gators lining the path. And they don't care. You just paddle, you just like biking past them. In fact, I did see one that had like a little turtle in his mouth too, just all bloody and stuff. It was kind of badass.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. But
yeah, big scary reptiles I'm just not okay with. I'm just not okay with them.
I can go on and on about all the things I hate about Florida.
Name the top 3.
Top 3: the heat, the humidity. I gotta choose wisely. And a lot of the people. Yeah.
Florida man does.
Yeah, Florida man. Florida man's a real person. And I'm glad I'm not one of them anymore.
You're one of the passionate hippies of Washington State now.
Exactly.
That's right.
I lived here long enough.
Perfect. Well, let's switch gears to something that will brighten your heart and your mind. Maybe. At least intrigue you, hopefully. What is the weirdest sleeping dream you have ever had?
Weirdest sleeping dream ever. It's hard to answer that because I don't remember a whole lot of my dreams. But I did last night have a dream about somebody knocking on our sliding glass door. And we live on the 2nd story, so I'm just like, I'll go out and I'll check and no one's there. And I'm like, okay, and I'll go back. It happens again. I go back, no one's there. And I go back. And then the 3rd time, I walk out, I see someone there, and it's like some guy trying to deliver me something. And I'm like, why don't you use the front door? Like, why are you on my balcony right now? Yeah, your Amazon package is here. That's exactly what it was. It was Amazon trying something new. They're not even using their drones anymore. It's just guys climbing up people's balconies and using the wrong door.
That's hilarious. That's awesome.
Yeah. No. That dreams I don't remember too many of, but I do have a pretty wicked ghost story though.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice aside.
Please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
So
I'm about to freak out. I'm so ready.
Maybe like 10 odd years ago. Let me preface by saying that my mom was under the impression that she was being followed by some sort of spirit or whatever. Like any house that she moved to, something weird was happening. Lights would go off, whatever, things would fall off the counter. And I would see some of that stuff. Like I could not explain it. And the craziest thing that ever happened. So we lived in this like little modular home sort of deal. So my brothers and I were sitting at this like breakfast table sort of deal. So you could look down to your right and you could see down the kitchen into this like where the washer dryer was. And in that room, there was a big like storage cabinet sort of deal. It was like 6 foot tall. And it contained a bunch of like really heavy stuff like tools and crafts, whatever. So it was just like me, my brothers, and some friends there. And it was like me and my other brother sitting at that table. And for some reason, we look over down into that laundry room. And that big cabinet moves into the doorway. I shit you not. It just moves into the doorway. I'm like, did anyone else see that? And my brother sitting next to me, he saw that. And then as soon as it moves, you hear a bang out like the living room window. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And we're all freaking out. We go outside, no one's there. Just like, how did this thing move? It's heavy. There's so much crap in it.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah, I still can't explain it. I have no idea how it moved. I don't know what the hell it was. No one's playing a prank on us. Everybody was accounted for. I don't know what the hell was going on that night. But we were just like, all right, everyone, you need to go home.
Yeah, we gotta go.
What a great story.
Yeah, I have a ghost story too. If I can just share it really quick.
Please.
This was right before. So I was like 21. And this is before I got yeeted to California for my poor life choices. And I was roommating with somebody who had this little brown dog. And I love this dog. Very good boy. And this house already had like a weird vibe already. And I was just, and like my roommate was like super convinced that it was haunted. And I'm just like, we're just not going to discuss that. And I was standing in the kitchen. I was chopping vegetables. I was holding my knife correctly. And I see the dog I hear him walk up to me. He brushes against my leg, and I could see him moving next to me. And I look down and go, hi, Zap, Zap, Zap. And he wasn't there. And then I hear him, and then I could turn around and I hear him come out of the bedroom.
Spooky.
That one was like, I was like,
brushed up against you.
I was like, wild. This is not okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is not okay. This is not okay. This is not okay.
And also, I don't really like believe in all that either, but it's really hard to like dispute a lot of that stuff.
It's just one of those things where it's like some weird thing happened, and I will swear on my life that I saw and felt this dog brush up against my leg. Like, I will bet my life on it, but it was not that dog.
Nope.
So yeah, it was wild. So yeah, okay. Anyway.
Sorry for bringing that back up.
That's okay. I don't
we'll
live
never
there
forget.
I enjoy the
stories. I love listening to ghost stories. I love them so much.
Mm-hmm.
Get all scared, and I'm like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
If you could have any superpower, which one would you choose and why?
Superpower. Damn. I don't know if I'd choose flight or teleportation because it'd make hiking way easier. Yeah.
There's teleport.
There's like some spots that I'd like to get to that I wouldn't be able to just by walking.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'd be really cool to like, I think maybe teleporting because I could just like go anywhere that I want at any time and just like instantly be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think there's some spots. I'm really thinking about some
choice.
spots that I'd like to. Yeah, there's some spots that I'd like to teleport to.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm at work. I'm like, I'm done. I'm gonna go take pictures.
Home. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, we're on to the last question of the regular interview before we move to the open forum. And this one is the most critical question of them all. Not really, but OhMiOon. I'm gonna give you an either or, and one of these, the one that you choose, the other one no longer exists.
Okay.
Candy or movie theater popcorn?
Candy.
Yeah.
I hate movie theater popcorn. It's so bad.
Yeah. What is it about music?
It's fucking salty and so bland. The butter is like water. It's not even butter. Yeah. Candy.
But you also don't like sweet things, though, I've heard.
Yeah, I'm not a big sweets guy. No, I'm not. I don't go out of my way to pick up a chocolate bar or anything like that. I like Sour Patch Kids; those are good. But overall, I don't even pick up candy. No, I would sit and eat Sour Patch Kids all day over movie theater popcorn.
Gotcha.
I can do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is that point where we're going to share your links. Everyone, go support OhMiOon. And I would love to see, before we get started with the questions from the audience, could we entice you maybe to play some music for us?
Sure.
Music?
Yeah. I don't know how many songs you want to hear. I'll start with one, and if you want to hear another, I'd be happy to play another.
Let's do one and then see what questions pop up during the song.
Yeah, sure.
Now's that time, friends. Get those questions going.
And go over to his channel and support.
I gotta make sure it's not gonna be too loud either.
It's metal.
Yeah, it's gonna be really loud. Let's see. This one's usually the one that I choose to show people first. It's gonna be the album opener, so I think it might be a good like. This is what you're gonna expect for the rest of the album.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool! Right on.
Yeah. This one's called Death Rate. And Tark, he's the main lyricist. He writes everything. He writes the melodies. I'm more of a. I'll kind of like structure the song. And I'll write kind of more of like the really kind of punch your grandma sort of riffs.
Uh-huh.
And then Stevie, he does more melodic, kind of like poppy stuff, and I think it kind of works really well. So I'll start at kind of like mid volume, and let me know if you can hear it. And then if it's too low or too loud, I'll adjust.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, so 3, 2, Death Rate.
Cannot hear it.
We don't hear it.
Can't hear it?
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
You might have to share your screen on Discord, and then we can click on it on Discord.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that's a perfect idea.
So share screen on Discord. There we go. Do it. Oops, not that one. Where can I share it? Screen share. I think I'd probably just do Storm Saga then. I'll go live. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if you can see that.
I can.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'll pull up that. We'll try it again. You hear it now?
Yep.
Yep. A little louder though.
A little louder?
You can also turn it up too, Stormy.
How's that?
That's good. Oh wow.
Send me back to the soil, inception of blood and oil. Cycles and criminals, success, separate the race all and end. We had a love, questioning brothers. One radical and should you do fair, should know you're not your vanity. Stepping in redeemer, right in my darkest man of blood. Forgiveness, consume my rapacity. Filtered by our own fucking ass.
I had to find my head banging emote.
Wow.
Consume my rapacity. Filtered by our own fucking ass. To think we had so long. Look what we've done, still to red hand, voice again. Just right.
I just love this so much.
Creature can say we all seem to hide in this monroe to the end. Why won't you fucking die? If I never get somebody.
I want to fight evil now. Oh my god.
So yeah, that's gonna be the song number 1. We got about 10 for the whole thing.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was all.
So that's incredible. I that hits hard. I was really surprised. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I work with a couple of very talented musicians, so I'm very lucky in that regard.
Was that Tark on vocals?
Yep, screaming
Wow.
and singing.
Wow. Was he both? Was he was he both
Yep.
parts?
Yep, he screams and he sings.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a very talented vocalist and lyricist, both. Yeah.
We got some cool questions while the music was playing. Star Kitty asks, "What is the best concert or festival you've ever been to?"
Ooh, that's a great question. So, my favorite all time was the Big Four concert in Indio, California, with Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer. It was the first time that all 4 of them played the same show in the United States. And at the time, Tark and I lived in Florida, and we had just got our college grant money. And we're like, you want to, like, I'll pay for the tickets and you pay for the flight and the motel. So we did that and just had an absolute blast. The funny thing about that too is that as soon as we entered the venue, we got separated. So I didn't see him the whole time. Yeah. But it's crazy too because my phone died.
Oh,
So
no.
I had absolutely no way to get in touch with him. We just by chance ran into each other
Wow.
at the end of the show. Yeah, but it was awesome. Metallica is my favorite or band of all time, so it was really
Yeah.
cool to get to see them live.
That's
Fantastic.
awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I went to a festival, and there was a bunch of local artists that were there. There was like multiple small stages that you can kind of bounce around to, and then there was like the main show that everybody piled into. I'm blanking on what the show was called, but I got to see there was I'm blanking on all of the band names. But at the end of the day, all I remember was this little cat bag in my background held like 3 wallets, 2 t-shirts, and like 2 packs of smokes. And I was shocked I was able to even hold that many things there and survive mosh pits. So it was just... But I also got to see Slipknot, so that was pretty cool.
I heard they put on a great show too.
It was
So
a great
you
show.
got
It
to
was
see
fun.
him with Jory, the drummer.
Yes, where the drum
Yeah.
gets lifted up and then it goes on its side, and it was
So
just like,
cool. I'm jealous.
it was so cool. It was so cool. But yeah, it was good. Star Kitty also asks if you could describe yourself in 3 words. What would they be?
Artistic. And I said artistic. Thoughtful. And last one. It's a big one.
Mhm.
Maybe compassionate.
That's a great one. Yep.
Love it.
Yeah.
I can tell all of those things are very factual.
Indeed.
Yeah. I do put a lot of other people ahead of myself. It's because I care very deeply about them and the things that I also enjoy, which, like music and hiking and photography.
Yes. Why is this not copying over the web? What?
Druid, how about
tech don't
you?
go on. 3 loud,
Okay.
caring,
Uh-huh.
and actually I would say empathetic.
Good one.
Loud, empathetic, and passionate.
That's a good one. What about you, Stormy?
I'd say probably wise, visionary,
Factual.
and I also liked your answer, compassionate. Yeah.
Those are great. All great answers.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cut in. This is something that my husband likes to ask people.
Ooh. I like
Because my husband is an abstract artist, and I will always shout out his artwork as much as possible because it is glorious. But one of the things that he likes to ask people is describe yourself in 3 colors.
Oh, green. Green is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Outdoors. It's my favorite color.
Mm-hmm.
So just, it always has me thinking about being outside and being in the trees and think
That's a
another
great
one.
question.
Maybe purple. It's another one too. And I'm gonna give you very manly colors too. I'm not gonna give you like cerulean or anything either, because I don't know what that looks like. But purple, because I think
Like a dark or
know.
light purple?
Dark.
Mm-hmm.
A dark purple.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know. Purple's kind of like you hold things in high regard when you think about purple, because it's like it's almost like associated with royalty.
Yeah,
It is.
100%.
Agreed.
And not that I'm like trying to like amp myself up, but like I do think that it's good to like think highly of yourself.
Yes.
Agreed.
So I think purple and then blue. Because again,
Dark blue, light blue.
Dark.
Mm-hmm.
All dark green too.
Yeah, I as soon as you said forest outside, I knew exactly what shade of green you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you couldn't tell with a lot of with that music, I like dark things.
Yep. You would probably like his black on black painting. It's all about texture, but it's black on black, and it's glorious, and I love it so much.
A little bit of layer to the art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not just the colors; it's the texture too.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I should have showed that off on stream today. No, it's a good one.
Plenty of streams
you can't
to do
really
that.
tell from here. It just looks like a black square, but it's beautiful.
OhMiOon Banana Tom asks, what's your favorite game from when you were a kid?
Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That one was my favorite. I can't tell you. I probably have more hours in that than I do Cuphead. So I've played it over and over and over and over and over again, and I probably still will.
Mm-hmm.
So
beautiful.
Yeah.
Star Kitty also asks, when does your album go on sale and where can we buy it?
I don't think the album's ever gonna go on sale. We're never gonna like force you to pay for the music, because we're doing this as kind of like a passion project, because this is all music, or most of it is stuff that we wrote when we were in high school. And there was a point where we kind of like went our separate ways, and Drew, you were talking about Tark's other band. Then Stevie was also in that band, in Honest Year.
Mm-hmm.
So they went and did that for a while, and that wasn't my thing. So I was just like, you guys go do that. And maybe like 3 years ago, I reached out to them because we had doing the Twitch thing, and I was talking to them more. And I was like, you guys want to finish this album? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. And so yeah, no, it's not going on sale, I don't think. And it's probably once we get everything copyrighted, we'll throw it up on Spotify and whatever other music platforms like Apple Music, whatever. We haven't decided. We haven't gotten that far yet, but once we polish everything up and we're like, this is the album, we're done, we'll put it on the streaming services.
Love it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And as soon as we know, I will tell literally everyone that will listen to me. We will announce it everywhere.
I appreciate that. I got a lot of people who are very excited about it, and I'm very excited about it too.
Of course.
I just love when people are super passionate about stuff. There's something in my spirit that's just like, fuck yeah, let's go. What are we doing? What do I do to help you? Tell me now. Tell me now.
Yeah, these songs in this band it's my baby.
Yeah.
I feel very strongly about that. Like there's some things that you do like Cuphead. That's not my baby. This music, that's my baby.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah.
We get it.
It's so I love it so much. So we're gonna make it happen.
Here's a funny question. Quinlan asks, who is the better cook, Oon or Quinn?
I knew she was going to ask that one. The preface, I am a chef. I'm a professional chef. But she cooks better than I do.
No way. Really?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every dish that I've had the pleasure of eating that she's cooked, I'm like, this is fucking awesome. She knows how to work with flavors. So if you ever get the chance to eat something that Quinn cooks, you're very lucky.
Thank you. I can go to sleep tonight. I saw that she said like that she can't find the like she couldn't find like the bread pan to make pumpkin loaf, and I'm just like, oh.
Maybe that's the DOP.
That's what she was saying when that was the DOP. Listen, I might have way too much pie pumpkins. Because I sprouted like 8 plants I was not expecting to sprout. So I might have a lot of. I hope you like pumpkins. I will literally cross a ferry and just like take all of these pumpkins.
And it's funny because I'll know how to use them too. So I wouldn't say no. I'll take the pumpkins.
I love pumpkin pie. I definitely want to come visit you guys once you made some pumpkin pie.
I will cross the ferry. We can meet up in a neutral zone, and I'll just be like, please take all 20. That's my goal. That's my ultimate goal by the end of it, is just to be like, I gave Oon and Quinlan 20 pumpkins.
And I will use every scrap. I'll turn the scraps into like a vegetable stock or something.
Wow.
That is now my goal this year. Just saying. Like a pumpkin drug deal. Yes, it will be the drug deal of a century.
Wait a second, this isn't pumpkin at all.
Oh my goodness. Stargity asks, what song would be the anthem of your life?
The song? Anthem of my life. That's a tough question. I've never really thought about that. I could tell you my favorite song of all time.
Sure.
Yes.
It'd probably be Orion by Metallica, just because of its significance to the band. That, if you're familiar with it, there's a interlude that's like just bass, and it's beautiful. They wound up playing that at Cliff's funeral. And I think that specific piece, not just the song, but that part, is the most beautifully composed piece of music I've ever listened to. So that'd probably be Orion.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Starkey asks,
question.
what is your favorite dish to cook yourself, and what is your favorite dish that Quinn cooks?
Lately, my favorite dish to cook myself has been this pasta fajoule. Really good. I'm actually making that tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's just veggies and chicken stock and beans and a little bit of pasta in there. And the favorite one that she cooks, she does this like rice and ground sausage, and the sausage that she uses is just like, it's so tender, and she puts like peppers and stuff in it. It's so good. That'd probably be that. It's like rice and ground sausage.
Oh. B&B Part 2, Oon cooks. Ever thought about doing a cooking stream? Is that something you've ever thought about doing? Because a lot of people.
Yeah, I've considered it. Quinn has mentioned it, and I just don't have the means to do it right now.
So that is something.
Maybe, possibly. We do have a new kitchen now. We have a lot of counter space, so I might be able to do it now. But yeah, cooking stream, possibly. It'd be fun to just be like, hey, what do you want me to cook? And then I'll go ahead and try to cook it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a Cuphead cookbook anywhere? Is there? Hold on, I just have
that. There is actually a recipe for the Wonder Tart, which is the DLC tart used to resurrect Miss Chalice from the dead.
Huh. I would not have
I've heard it's
expected that.
terrible. Yeah, I've heard it's awful. But I'd make it.
During this open forum, by the way, if you have any questions of us, feel free to ask. We're open books during this time too. So,
sure. What got you into interviewing various streamers? Or what got you into Twitch? She could be a two-parter.
Yeah. I love telling this story. Getting into Twitch. Originally, I wanted to make YouTube videos, but I thought I wanted to get used to being in front of the camera, and I figured I'd just do Twitch to get used to it and, make some content that I could put up while I'm playing games, right? Do my Let's Plays while I'm going live, and then just record those and put them on YouTube. And I fell in love with Twitch. I love the live format more than YouTube, and I've been more successful at it. As far as Bandwidth and Banter goes, I kind of have always kicked around in the back of my mind the idea of doing some sort of interesting interview show. And then when Druid and I started to connect to set up the D&D podcast, the D&D sessions streams that we do, we spent a lot of time together.
Tuesday on Thursday.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time together working on the tech, and we basically started having these sessions every Thursday. We called it Tech Talk Tuesday on Thursday. I don't remember why. I think maybe one time we had it on Tuesday, and then every time after that it was Thursday. But
yeah.
People were enjoying hanging out with us while we were working out all the windows and the tech issues, the audio, right? And we still have some great clips from that, and awesome. one of our best ones. And then one day I was like,
the high five.
Yeah, right. The high five, exactly. Yeah, the high five and the BT's girlfriend is a
ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. That was before our first actual recorded audio. Yeah. But that was fun.
So anyway, I we were having so much fun at it, and it popped into my head. I'm like, I remember I was thinking about doing like a podcast where I could interview people, but it would be way more interesting if Druid and I could do it. And so I brought it up to her. And she had been thinking the same thing at the same time. Oh, is this what we're doing now? He gave up. He's like, screw you guys.
Yeah, I'll get both of you.
So, yeah. I mean, we love talking to people and listening to people and getting to know people. And so,
well, I think you're great at asking questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're great interviewers. I thoroughly enjoyed the Wilgrim session. That was fun.
I don't know what it is about Wilgrim, but he just has this charm that I'm just like, hi, Wilgrim. Hi. I was like fangirling so hard beforehand. Like, I was like, oh no.
He's like, he's super fun. Nice, and he's like super off the wall all at the same time.
So fun. Love him.
You just never know what he's gonna say, and I love it because I feed off that.
Yeah, he's so fantastic. That one was really, really fun. I was really looking forward to that one. It's so fun. I got into streaming because my husband was like, I'm going to start streaming. Because our other friend, SOC Teddy, started streaming and he bullied him into it. And then I was like, okay, what is Twitch? I'd never heard of Twitch. And then I started going on Twitch and then I was like, well, I mean, this is super cool. All right. And I just was like lurking around, checking out Twitch. And then he was like, you should stream. And I'm just like, no, who's going to want to listen to me talk? My voice is annoying as shit. Nobody's going to want to listen to me. And then, finally he talked me into it and I went live when he wasn't home and I just started just experience it. And then I kept getting bullied into it by people. Ezo specifically, once I met Ezo. And
trying
then
to do the same with Jenna.
Oh, we're trying to get
bully
Jenna?
her into streaming. Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't think she's ever gonna do it.
Jenna, she's so popular. She would do so good.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody loves Jenna. If anybody ever says anything bad about Jenna, I think half of the internet would literally kill for her. Like even I've interacted with her a couple of times.
She's always got something to say too. She's never at a loss for words, so she'd be perfect for it.
God, I'm on this. I think we should make Jenna stream. We need more powerful women on Twitch.
Agreed, 100%.
Oh. Does Chad have any more questions? How we feeling? I know
we got one more question.
Okay.
How about your most memorable interview?
Oh,
I don't want to say least because I don't want to.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate
most.
That's tough.
Had so many there's been so many amazing.
That's what I'm saying. That goes back to like meeting so many incredible people on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to pick.
I guess. Oh no! There's so many.
If you want to just do names, you can do top 3.
Okay. You know what? I've been really liking our bringing people back on. Those have been really, really fun.
Yeah.
Where because we've been doing this now for about almost 2 years. And I think because the Twitch is there's so many people, there's so many things, it's just always, you're constantly meeting new people and you get to watch these creators grow and create their communities and all that stuff. And, sometimes things don't align and we just don't get a chance to bump into each other's chats or anything, you guys are streaming at similar times and stuff like that. So we're we know that we're rooting for each other on the sidelines. Mia Mao 10 plays, I'm rooting for her all of the time. She never has the opportunity to come to my chat. I never have the opportunity to go to her chat. But if anybody says I'm looking for somebody with this kind of a vibe, I'm like, Mia Mao 10 plays, go love her right now. So being able to bring back on people we've interviewed before, I think those have been some of my most memorable, really fun, because we have way deeper questions, I
think it's a solid answer.
Yeah. So when we brought on Wookiees and we argued about bread, my mother-in-law, such a big fan of you. I love you. Woodworks. That one, my mother-in-law still to this day is just a lobster roll is not a hot dog or something. That one was a really fun one. But that was Wookiees and I got in a really heated debate that
kind of the
time.
same vessel.
So. I'll send you the sheet that we're arguing from.
I'd love to see it.
It's in my memes channel. I'll send it to you so you can understand. But anyway, so that's my answer. Stormy, what's yours? I'll keep rambling if I'm not cut off.
Yeah, I know. I was just letting you go for it, hoping you'd save me from having to, because that's such a tough ask. But honestly, I mean, I guess kind of the same thing that she said is that some of the folks that we've had on more than once
Yeah.
Like the ones that just popped into my mind initially, the first three that popped into my mind: Banana Tom, OG, Spud Solutions, and Old Man Garris. So, yeah, but that's not like necessarily. Oh man, actually, Rusty's was so good too. Though Rusty Tonics is so funny.
I love Rusty.
Yeah, I don't know. We and then there's the Mighty Mango Mates, Tan Tater, and oh my gosh, there's so many amazing folks. It's really hard, you know.
Well, that's great. I mean, you gave me a reason too, so it's like being able to like dig deeper, ask some more, maybe not personal questions, but like, you know.
I get you.
Yeah.
Well, here's
like
the thing: it's about time for us to start wrapping up. If it's all right with you, do you have like a 3 to 4 minute song that you could play us as a final wrap up?
Oh, I'd love to. Let's see. I could probably, let's see, 3 or 4 minute song.
Or did you get
How long
muted?
is this one? I think she might be muted.
I did mute myself.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I got another one. This one is it's got the heavy, but it's mostly melodic and poppy.
Don't forget
and
to
it's
share your
about 4.5
screen
minutes. Oh yeah. Here, I got you. Turn on camera, share your screen. Here, let me just pull that up. All right, let's make sure y'all can see it. Looks like you can. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So this one's about 4.5 minutes. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yes.
Perfect. This one's called The Violet Collide. This is a good mash. This is a good like 1, 2, 3, all three heads like making something where it's all evenly distributed like musically. So.
I once done this war in my head. Please take me from this voice once again under a violent not excited. One drop ticket ever return. For a long journey, cut ties with a very tell your story. Bleed back into me. It's a moment you got. If you have me with my eyes wide shut, if you're hurting ever. Reappearance I once done. This war in my head. Please save me from this voice once again. Under invalid time. Vibing over. I'll swallow for you, but I'll be over. What you Two-time, one life, great direction, never rental state, never ending, not brilliant, defined by time over. So I'll chill, bring me back to life. If you have me, with my eyes wide shut, if you're hurting ever, reappears I once done. This war in my head, please save me from this voice once again. Under time.
And then it gets nasty.
Ooh.
From carnage to growth. From carnage to growth.
Fantastic.
go.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me share.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I am so pumped. This is fantastic. Thank you for being willing to share.
Yes.
Like we're so like
Oh, I love, like I said, this is like my kid. This is the kid that's like straight A's. Like, I want to show you off, you know?
Absolutely. So 100% just know when this is out on Spotify, everybody's going to be so sick of me talking about it.
Well, I'm really hoping that it's finished up this year. So,
Okay, awesome.
yeah.
On that note, I probably need to be careful. I might have to edit out the song. No, I mean,
we can credit them, right?
yeah,
Oh, sure.
we can definitely credit in the description of the YouTube video. If that,
Or would you want us to cut it out? What would you rather?
yeah,
Honestly, I don't mind. You can
Okay.
keep it in there. I know
Cool.
you guys aren't going to like deal
Yeah.
it or anything. So,
No. No. Well, definitely, I did message you to send me the names of the songs so we can make sure that we do get them credited in. Just
oh, I got you.
yeah,
perfect.
and then it'll be blasted on the top. Follow these people on Spotify.
That's right. That's right.
Now, or else,
Thank you.
or Druid will be sad. But any last minute things, guys? Besides how now I'm sweating and I just want to go dance in my yard barefoot. That's literally like I'm just so pumped right now. I have too
Love
much
that.
energy. My husband's gonna just be like, "Fuck, nope, stop, like no, chill," and I'm just gonna be like, "Put the music."
It's one of the
So-
beautiful things about music.
Thank you so much for coming on the show today. It's been a treat and an honor and a pleasure. And I
It's
can't
been
wait
awesome
to hear
being here.
more of your album and
Thank
see you in the streams and see you finish your hitless Cuphead runs. Fantastic. Everyone,
Thank
go
you.
support OhMiOon. Go click on all the links and support him and lift him up. He's exactly the kind of amazing, talented, bright soul that we want to support and share with you guys.
Absolutely. As
Thank you
an
again.
official Washington State passionate lover of our beautiful state, must support
Mm-hmm. Washington forever.
PNW.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wow, what a fantastic episode. I can't believe we got to listen to some fantastic music today
Oh,
too.
man.
This is going to be a very special episode. I mean, I think they're all special, but for sure some of them yeah, this one's going to be cemented in my memory.
Yeah.
So Druid, who do we have on next week?
We got the HMJ.
Oh, heck yeah. We know the HMJ through the Mighty Mango Mates, I believe.
Yep.
That's going to be a treat. His I can't wait. I kind of know a little bit about his name. I won't spoil anything. So I'm just saying that you guys are going to enjoy. If you like anime, you're going to like the origin of his name. So be sure to check out the episode next week. What time is that one going to be? Is that a 2 or 6?
I believe that one's at 2 p.m. Let me double check the calendar.
Okay.
I think we have a lot of 2 p.m.s lined up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Yep. We have a lot of 2 p.m.s lined up, guys.
Fantastic.
So, be ready.
All right, guys. I appreciate you all so much, and be sure to check out the Wookiees and Cookies tonight. Probably doing some sort of crazy shenanigans, and I'm sure lots of folks in Stormkeep will be playing with him. And tomorrow is going to be a very special D&D episode. We're on episode 19, I believe, and I'm going to be trying out something new and unique that you guys, it's going to blow your minds. So I can't wait.
Okay.
And that's it. You ready for this?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you for coming to the show.
Please drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below.
If you're listening to the podcast,
please rate and review the episode.
We're Bandwidth
and Banter.
Thank you.
And good night.